You cannot trust the judiciary to do justice. Just for a minute and focus on another issue, then come back to it.
Chamberlain in Nigeria. In Nigeria.
Why not? We can't.
Liberals.
See,
oh dear.
Liberals.
Chamberlain,
before you go in there.
That's a serious part.
Yes, I know. It is. I want to ask him. It's we've said it earlier. It's in your domain. Yes. So your domain is.
It's in my domain.
It is.
I am urging you now
that your domain is the hope of the common man.
No,
the last hope.
It's assumably the hope of the common man.
Assumably,
but we all know. Even what's the name of this musician? Said, "Poor man when steal Maggie, you see him face for crime fighters. Rich man when steal money." Even Amechi came out to tell us that it's because you don't stone us. That's why we are still stealing. Yes. That's so we shouldn't even bother taking them to court. We should rather stone them. We should resort to jungle justice. These are the modern day born again.
Is that what he was saying?
Yes, that's what he was saying.
That's the meaning you think you get from it?
That's the meaning. And immediately made that statement. 3 minutes later, he walked away because he knew that people would be preparing to stone him there. They will start from him.
Literally or?
Yes, because when the words are clear and unambiguous, you apply the day-to-day meaning. Stone us. Does it have another meaning?
It cannot be.
It cannot be. It cannot be to. Do you stone somebody with water?
Okay. Back to the letter, Liberals. Now, some people have accused the former president of being jealous of the current president. But in heating up the polity, both being jealous, heating up the polity, and distracting the president from serving.
You see, for me, Newton, we all know the role Obasanjo played to ensure that the current president becomes the president. In spite of the fact that some of us felt otherwise, he said he was a do or die. If you remember Umaru, they said you are dead. Are you dead? And we know the role the former president played also in Bayelsa to make sure that the current president becomes governor. We knew how many people of the 24 or 31 members of the Bayelsa State House of Assembly, we knew how many people impeached Alamesia. Not on the floor, but somewhere else. Until the Court of Appeal, the Supreme Court in Peter Obi's case put a stop to it and look, no, the business of the House of Assembly must be conducted in the House. And so, now, for me, the former president being, typical of himself, would ordinarily want to continually play the role of a godfather, because we saw him play the same role as president with the governors. They were like head boys and a headmaster. And so what I think is happening here, and then we all of a sudden saw some PDP governors who are disgruntled. One, for a simple reason that the structure of the party in their states should be handed over to them. And that's basically why they are in APC now, because APC had promised to hand over the structures. It's in the media. It's not my say. The structure of the party, the Democrats are handing structure of party to one person. You dictate whatever happens. And so these same people, all of a sudden, you're aligning with the former president, who should be another statesman, who should be unbiased in issues like this. And so when I look at the content of the letter, and then a former president, Obasanjo, asking somebody to toe the path of honor, immediately I raised, my and I wanted to read the letter, just like a mere letter. And when I saw that, I said, no. My suspicious, became something else. And so, looking at all of that, the only thing I can't deduce from the entire gamut of the letter is the fact that Mr. President should not run for 2015.
Is there a role for us?
And so, the only way we can do that is to first label him bad, paint him bad, and then also try and browbeat him.
That's what you think?
That's what I say.
The essence of this?
Yes, that's the essence. That's why I'm telling you that it's a fight between members two members of the ruling class, so you have Taiwo and Kende, that does not mean that they are not of the same stock, the same mother.
But looking at this
Jacob and
letter,
Esau.
when they talk about the security concerns here, is there a role for security agencies in this letter?
Yes, there is. And you see, where we have a problem is, the moment the security agencies invite former president for questioning, the next thing you will hear is, oh, he's being persecuted because he wrote a letter. That's what Nigerians will say.
For questioning?
Yes, for questioning, because you have alleged.
But you're Nigerian, will you say that?
I won't.
So why do you assume that Nigerians will say that?
Makwe, when we live here, sometimes my phone, ordinarily now, maybe will be beeping. Some people telling me what they think I should say.
Naturally. But it doesn't
and so
mean...
you have a lot of people, if you listen...
It doesn't mean...
If this program were a phone-in program, Makwe, what you'll be hearing comments like this.
It doesn't mean that there are not other people out there who are thinking like you.
Take, for example, even there are a lot of people, quite a lot. And then also, we have crisis in the northern part of the country. And nobody should be on watch list. Because, you know, if you're on watch list, for me, if I were the president, although he has denied, but if I were, I would put people on watch list.
No.
Do you know why?
I think you're also mistaking something. There are two lists that were referred to. He said that you're putting people on a political watch list as opposed to a security watch list. So it's not like as if he quarrels with the watch list, but the nomenclature of the watch list.
You're on watch list. Forget whatever the former president calls it. If somebody is on watch list, he can decide to call it political. If Senator Ndume probably was not on watch list, you wouldn't have known that he was involved in Boko Haram in Borno State. He's still a serving senator.
Do we have proof beyond, you know, I mean, he's been alleged to be involved.
Okay, let me use the word. He wouldn't have known that, you know, he's allegedly involved in
but I mean,
Boko Haram activities.
The activities we're talking about, the activities we're talking about is a security.
If there are people, even Mr. President came out to say that Boko Haram has infiltrated his cabinet.
Well, what do you have to say about this? Let's quickly take a look at the front page of The Guardian. And The Guardian says, the writer says, I'm first on political watch list, declares Amechi. I mean, what do you say about that?
As Amechi is struggling now to rewrite history. He's struggling so hard
How do you mean,
to win the mind of the people. What was Amechi's position when Justice Ayo Salami was sacked as chairman, Governors Forum? He was with the people, with them then. What was Amechi's position when we were fighting for the fuel crisis? He was chairman. You see him at the villa with his hands in his pocket, you know, walking tall. And now all of a sudden, he's on political watch list because the Taiwo and Kende are fighting.
What if he has seen the list?
That's another issue. If he has seen the list, then it's no longer a watch list.
Liberals Ashoma, a legal practitioner, thank you for coming on this morning.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.